Math 14, Section 5340, Statistical Methods, Spring 2022. Okay, this course is an introduction to descriptive and inferential statistics. Students learn how to use measures of central tendency and dispersion among population samples to draw inferences about a population and to compare two or more populations. Discrete and continuous probability density distributions are analyzed, including the binomial, normal, student t, chi-squared, and F distributions. Confidence intervals for population means, proportions, and variance are determined. Additional topics include regression and correlation analysis and techniques of hypothesis testing, including analysis of variance, otherwise known as ANOVA. The course includes application of technology for statistical analysis and the interpretation of the relevance of the statistical findings. Applications use data from disciplines that include business, social sciences, psychology, life science, health science, and education. Okay, here is your prerequisite. Here's the credit for 4 units. We meet online and the location is online. My name is F. Anthony Siciliano. Here is my email address, room 212 on campus. There's my telephone extension number, and here are the student office hours. So if you notice here on Monday and Wednesday, it'll be on campus, and then Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday is on Zoom using this link here. Now this link can also be found in my instructor contact information on Canvas. Now student office hours are for your benefit to help you succeed in the course. Office hours are for you, the student, not for me, as I am available at those times not only to discuss the course, but any questions you have about math courses at the college, your field of study, your transfer plans, and career paths. The best way to reach me is email and must be your student email account. Always include your name and course. All email contact between students and instructors must be conducted using the student and instructor's CMC email accounts. For students, this is accessible via the My CMC portal on the CMC website. Any student email received by faculty from another email account cannot be responded to other than to remind the student to use their school email account. Please also keep in mind that grades cannot be distributed by phone, public posting, public announcement, or by email. Now, textbook. Okay, you do not need a textbook for this course because an electronic version of the textbook is available on My Stat Lab, so you do not have to purchase a textbook unless you choose to do so. Now, what is required is an access code for My Stat Lab with online text. The publisher, the author is Sullivan Woodbury, Interactive Statistics, Informed Decisions Using Data, 2nd edition, which is available in the CMC bookstore, or you can find it online in the MyStat website. There's also a guided notebook to accompany Interactive Statistics. This is not something you need to purchase because it is available for free and downloadable on Canvas. Class participation. Optimal learning requires student participation in the online classroom as appropriate to the classroom activity. Participations include such as responding to questions posed, actively contributing to the group discussions, and completion of assignments. The instructor will attempt to ensure all students have opportunities to express ideas, contribute to discussions, and receive additional information and clarification as needed. Instructor communication, information, participation, guidelines, and feedback policy. Students are encouraged to send an email anytime 24/7, call my office, or leave voice messages. If I'm going to be away for an extended period of time and know in advance, I will let you all know in the announcement section of our course in Canvas. However, my policy is that I will usually respond within 12 to 24 hours except on weekends. Each week I will provide grades or scores and comments on assignments within 4 to 6 days of when they were submitted. After I send feedback each week, you will receive notification through your email or in a classroom announcement that feedback has been sent. Check grades for your feedback scores. As your instructor for this course, my goal is to facilitate your learning, answer questions, and encourage your participation. I will respond in a timely manner on a consistent basis. I will provide feedback in the Q&A section of each unit you may want to discuss. The Q&A or questions about this course is located in the module Course Information. Student learning outcomes. Upon successful completion of the class, the student will be able to describe, graph, calculate, and analyze statistical quantities and concepts including data types, levels of measurement, sampling strategies, frequency distributions, parameters, and descriptive statistics. Determine the probability of an event. Use various distributions to estimate parameters for populations using samples and formulate and test a hypothesis including ANOVA. Analyze and make predictions for paired data using the linear correlation coefficient, linear regression, standard error, prediction interval, explained variation, unexplained variation, and total variation. These outcomes will be assessed by questions on the quizzes and final exam. Grading for your course. This is the grading components. Interactive, reading, and homework assignments are worth 20% of your grade. Projects, you have 2 of them, are worth 20% of your grade. 7 quizzes are worth 40% of your grade. And final exams parts 1 and 2, which are mandatory, are worth 20% of your grade. And there is the grading scale for the course. Attendance. All students are expected to log in and complete some work at least once a week. Each week without work is considered absent from 2 class meetings. A student who adds a class or registers after the first day of classes is counted absent from all weeks missed. In the effort to promote student success, CMC has approved the implementation of an instructor-initiated drop policy. When a student has been absent from classes to such an extent that his or her success is at risk, the instructor has the option of dropping the student. If a student has missed 12.5%, 5 classes or 2.5 weeks of the semester without notifying the instructor with a satisfactory explanation, the student may be dropped by the instructor. As a result, you would negatively impact your group mates' grades if you fail to fully participate in each group discussion in a timely manner. Less than full participation in this course is extremely disruptive to an online learning model, so I reserve the right to drop you if you do not complete the online orientation assignment by earning 100% on it. You will have as many attempts as you need. You fail to make any progress for 4 or more consecutive days, including weekends, and you do not fully participate in 3 or more group discussions if there are group discussions assigned for the course. 4, you fail to take the final exam parts 1 and 2 as scheduled in class. Now, per the college's attendance policy, faculty has the right to develop a more stringent policy as well. Students who do not attend or participate in class by the deadline to drop for tuition refund may be deleted from the course. In this class, we function as a team, teaching and learning together in small groups that are reorganized from one module to the next. However, if you quit participating in this class, you should not assume that I would drop you. Should you choose to drop, ultimately it is your responsibility. Materials. We will be using the data analysis package StatCrunch in this course. StatCrunch is an online data analysis tool and much more. StatCrunch is included in your subscription when you purchase the access code for My Stat Lab. You will be able to access StatCrunch with your assignments. Now, on some of the quizzes for the first 3 quizzes, you may not have access to StatCrunch. It just depends on which particular problems that you're working through. Now, you're also going to have the TI-83-84 calculator that will be shown on the videos that I show you for your classes. Now, it's optional and you can use that, but StatCrunch is all you need for the course. Course grading and information. This is an asynchronous course, which means you will complete your coursework online and on your own schedule, but by the required deadline provided. This course is delivered through an online course management system called My Stat Lab. Registration for My Stat Lab is required on the first day. There is an option of signing up for a 14-day temporary passcode. Within My Stat Lab, there is the online and interactive text. Since the website does not have a physical textbook to access, I have provided an online text in a PDF format located in the modules on Canvas. Each chapter of the text that we are going to study has 3 parts described below. Again, registration and video instructions are located on Canvas. The assignments are graded automatically by the website and then synced to Canvas. So for part 1, you will start by accessing the interactive reading assignments, also called IRA. These assignments are to be completed prior to this section homework. You're going to watch, read, and fill in the guided notebook and complete the interactive reading assignments prior to the section homework. The IRA is where the course content is delivered to you via reading assignments, video presentation, examples, also with video solutions, interactive activities, and assessment questions. You earn points by watching videos and completing the assignments. Begin each section by working the IRA and filling in the guided notebook, which you'll see below. Some of the IRA's examples will have multiple video solutions. In this case, you should watch the StatCrunch and or the TI-8384 Plus video solutions. Now for each interactive assignment question, I have also posted a video that I have created for each assignment. I highly recommend that you watch that while you're going through the interactive assignments. Now, part 2, the section homework. When you complete the interactive assignment, you will then jump to the section's homework. So for example, in chapter 1, you should begin with section 1.1 by reading the IRA and then proceed to the 1.1 homework. To move from the IRA in a section to the online homework for this section, you must get at least 70% on the IRA for that section. In other words, for example, to do the online homework for section 1.1, you must receive at least 70% for the IRA for section 1.1. Problems can be worked on until a correct answer is obtained. So you can keep repeating the question over and over again if it says that you can do the similar question. There may be a couple questions where it says this is a reading assessment, so you only have one try, which again, make sure that you go over all the videos that I've created for both the interactive reading assignment and the section homework assignment. If you watch my videos, that will at least give you an opportunity to get 70% or more on those assignments. Now in part 3, at the end of each week, you'll have a chapter review quiz. So each week you have a quiz on the sections covered for that week. Now all assignments above, parts 1, 2, and 3 are located on my stat lab and are due at the end of the week. Please review the late penalty policy further below in the syllabus. Projects. You are required to do 2 applied real-world project analysis. The first project is a data analysis comparison report where you collect, analyze, and compare 2 quantitative data sets. The final project will be to collect and analyze data and perform a research hypothesis test to determine an important question about the world around us. For both projects, you will make PowerPoint slides to explain your results and findings. See the tentative schedule for the due dates. Description of each project are in the modules on Canvas. So for each particular project, you will have a link in Canvas. I've created a video of how to complete the project, and there are also a video example of how to complete the project. So please make sure you refer to that when you're completing the project. Now again, the project deadlines are located on a tentative schedule on page 5 below. Quizzes and final exam. Okay, there will be 7 quizzes, not 14 quizzes. So please make that, I'm going to make that correction here. So again, there will be 7 online quizzes plus a comprehensive final exam part 1 and 2. There are 2 parts to the mandatory final exam. Final exam part 1 is a 5-question exam placed on Canvas as a downloadable file. You will complete that question by hand and submit that to the appropriate place. Final exam part 2 will be online, located on my stat lab. Passwords for the quizzes and final exam are located in the outline of each week located on Canvas. Please make sure to review and find those passwords. The final exam can replace your lowest quiz score using the following approach. It is my policy to replace a student's lowest quiz grade with the final exam at the end of the course. For this reason, I do not give makeup quizzes. A missed quiz will be recorded as a 0 and then replaced accordingly at the end of the semester. Missing the final will also result in a 0, and I do not drop this grade. The instructor has the right to adjust this policy under special circumstances. Please make note, there are no extensions for quizzes or final exams, and there's no exceptions. Quizzes and final exam deadlines, these are also located at the tentative schedule on page 5 below. Due dates, late penalties, and technical difficulties. All interactive homework, quizzes, review assignments, and stat discussion questions have the following late penalty policy. Students submitting work for course assignments after the due date are subject to a penalty of 5% of the points possible for the assignment per day. So make sure that anytime that if you do not complete assignment in that week, you can still work on the assignment, but there will be a 5% late penalty on that. Homework, study tips, homework videos. Now, guided notebook. This is an activity manual located on Canvas that you can access, download, and print. This is a place where you can take notes on the information given in the interactive reading assignment lectures by filling in all the information from the slides in the notebook. This will be a valuable resource for you as you work through the online homework assignment for each section, as well as the quizzes and tests over the corresponding material. Pay close attention to the homework videos and the interactive videos that I've created on Canvas. This will be extremely helpful to you as you move along with your assignments. Students with disabilities, access. Students with disabilities, whether physical learning or psychological, who may need academic support in the classroom, are encouraged to contact Access as soon as possible to ensure that appropriate accommodations and/or services are implemented. Further information about this program may be found on the Copper Mountain College website and in the Office of Student Services at the Access counter. So please make sure to visit the website, or you can call that number. Military-friendly statement. Veterans and active duty military personnel with special circumstances, e.g. upcoming deployments, drill requirements, disabilities, are welcomed and encouraged to communicate these in advance if possible to the instructor. Equal opportunity statement. Copper Mountain College is committed to equal employment opportunity for all persons and to provide educational and employment opportunities free from discrimination based on ethnic group identification, national origin, religion, age, veteran status, sex, race, color, ancestry, sexual orientation, or physical or mental favors, and other physical or verbal conduct or communication constituting sexual harassment. Disclaimer. Changes in curriculum, grading standards, and other requirements could change as necessary. It is the student's responsibility to know and understand all policies, procedures, and requirements for Copper Mountain College and this class. Any concerns should be directed to your instructor, the appropriate department chair, or college administrator in that order. Information in the syllabus is subject to change, and any important changes will be announced in class, and you'll be provided with an updated syllabus. So here is your tentative schedule. You want to make sure you have this handy. Now, again, this is an 8-week course, so there's going to be sections that you're going to have to cover for each week. So again, an 8-week course is basically a summary of a 16-week course. So you want to make sure you begin and start on the material as soon as possible. If you don't start and create a time management, then it's going to be hard to get caught up. So please make sure that you start as soon as possible. Get registered with My Stat Lab and start so you can get familiar with the course. So again, here are the particular content that's going on for that week. And then you can see what the due dates are here. Okay, so make sure you pay attention to the tentative timeline. Down here is the online classroom communication netiquette. Please make sure you read through the ground rules for online discussions. Also, make sure you read the statement on plagiarism and academic misconduct. Okay, so very important. Okay, make sure that you read the statement on plagiarism. And then the last page here is all the topics that will be discussed for each particular section. Okay, so again, welcome to the class. If you have any questions, again, make sure you please reach out to me using this link here. Again, this link is also in the instructor contact information. So again, here are my Zoom hours. Make sure you contact me. Okay, thank you.